You have to have a good fiscal balance with everything.
Yeah.
Yep.
And we messed up. I think we can lay this at the feet of a scarred generation that came out of World War II,
Yeah.
which is built on
Couple of different generations, probably, man.
Well, so it trickles down, right? So this is just
Butterfly
my
effect, yeah.
Yeah, it's kind of my flip flop theory. So Greatest Generation comes out. They survive World War II. In order to do that, you can't question leadership. You ain't got time.
Yeah.
People are dying.
Right.
It's an intense, high stress situation where you don't have time to question the captain.
Right.
They brought it home.
Nobody talked about it back then.
Nobody talked about what it's like to be a dad.
So there was a lot more probably violence in the home, but was never seen.
There's
a lot
that,
more
yeah.
verbal abuse that was probably never seen.
Because it was normal language for the guys that were coming
Correct.
home, right?
Yeah.
And guys and gals, because there were women that were over there doing stuff too. Like, you're going to carry that stuff home. And we built an industrial society based on the Wizard of Oz idea.
Yeah.
Pay no attention to the man behind the curtain.
Right.
And that's not how a proper home should work. There should be discourse. How am I going to know how to handle the stress of being a dad if my dad is never wrong and never has stress?
Yes. And see, my wife and I talk about that quite often. And my wife worries that, she doesn't want to argue in front of the kids all that often. I'm kind of the opposite of that, where I think as long as they're not screaming and cussing each other, obviously, which we really don't ever do that. Maybe our earlier years, but as
first 2 years, man,
it's crazy.
Years,
but once you can get past that threshold of the tough years, as I will call them, it's a beautiful thing. And whether you're religious or not, I believe that God blesses you for sticking it out through a marriage. And if you truly love each other, I think that it just blossoms into something completely different, into some type of glorious and beautiful, prosperous partnership.
Completely agree. And I also think we grow as individuals in a way that you won't grow with anybody that could leave at any time.
Yeah, and I agree with that.
That's why that commitment, that vow of being welded together forever.
Yes.
Is so important.
And just get stronger with time as long as you stay true to your vows, essentially, and true to your partner. But, we talk about arguing, and, I think it's actually a good thing for our kids to see us. My wife and I argue all the time, but it's over nonsense, like just stupid little things in the house. We don't fight over money really anymore. We don't fight over serious topics. But I think it's important for children to see that minor discord so that they know that relationships are not meant to be perfect at all. You're going to have, it's a partnership. So you're going to have 50-50. That's the way it should be. So one person's most certainly almost all the time, not all the time, but many times going to disagree with the other person. And they need to see that that's normal. And